This one is asking us to construct an inscribed square using circle T that is below. So again, in order for us to make an inscribed square, again, remember inscribed means all the vertices are on the edge of the circle, we first need to create a diameter. Nice thing is you can just use your straight edge, and again, as long as you touch two sides of the circle and go through T, you'll have yourself a diameter. So again, this is going to be my diameter here. That's not accurate. Let's do that a little better. There we go. All right. Again, it does not matter. You could have drawn it this way or this way, up, down, left, right. It doesn't matter. As long as it goes through 2 points on the edge of the circle and goes through T, you have yourself a diameter. Right? And we're looking for these endpoints, but we'll get to those in a second. From there, once I have this, we're just doing a perpendicular bisector of this line segment itself. So again, putting my pointer at one of the endpoints. Again, if you want to put a point right now, we're going to need one, so it doesn't hurt to do it right this second. Here's one, and here's my other one, 2. All right, pointer on that one endpoint, more than halfway. All right, again, more than halfway. Again, I like roughly 2/3. I'm going to make an arc above my circle and below the line segment, I should say. It doesn't have to be above. It could, if you made it only a little bit, it would have been inside your circle. So again, which is perfectly acceptable. Here's my pointer on the other endpoint. Again, without changing the size, I'm going to rotate and see where is that crossed on the top. And where does that intersect my arc on the bottom? Ooh, I just crossed. Again, if it's not big enough, you can always go back and just make it a little longer. All right, so this is mine. So again, now if I take my straight edge here and I connect, I'll do the color code this. So if I do it in green here, from one intersection point to the other, I should go right through T. And now we know for sure, because it was a perpendicular bisector to that, we now know that this is a right angle, which is unnecessary to draw, but it is good to know, right, in this particular case. Again, just to reiterate what I was just saying, is if you made this smaller, I'll do it here in red. If you make this right on the endpoint, if you made it smaller, you would have been inside. Again, as long as you go more than halfway. So see how I would have been inside when I do this? I'll make it even tinier. Here, look. All right, if I rotate this now, I would have an arc here and an arc over here. All right, and if I switch this and do it from the other endpoint, when I cross or see where they cross, they should be in the same location as to where my green line, dotted line is now, like it is, see? So either one is fine, does not matter. You don't need both. All right, but what we've done here is now we've created, right, another point of intersection for your perpendicular bisector with your circle. So now we have 4 points, and I'm just going to highlight them. 1, let's do this in yellow. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's what you're connecting. I'm not connecting this point up here, or this point down here, or this one, or this one. Those are not being connected. Those are just how I create the line. All right, so it's the points on the edge of the circle that are important all the way around. All right, and now you know for sure that you have a square, right, that is inscribed inside a circle. Again, technically, these are all right angles. I know some people and some teachers like to say to draw them. They're not required in this particular case, but it's good to have it there. It's a good sign that you know what you're talking about. And again, last but not least, I like to shade in my work here. Just again, notice, especially this one, there's a lot of construction marks that are possible to be like in the middle here. All right, you don't want to shade this too dark that it would, block what you can see. That would be my only thing, but not required. But again, I like to kind of visually show the image.